Mad Alliance and everyone watching, how's life going for you? It's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. Welcome to the video. This is going to be my unboxing and initial thoughts and first impressions video for the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live Mystic Red Edition. So, I have a bit of a story to tell before I actually get into the unboxing. You can go ahead and skip ahead if you want to see the unboxing. So, I'll make this brief. I'm not going to say short, simple, and sweet, but I'll make it brief. So, I bought the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live off of Wish, a website that I would not advise anyone who I care about to use. Got them for $38 when at retail price they cost $170. I received them. They were the legit 100% official pair of Samsung Galaxy Buds Live, but they were the international version and not the US version, which is why they had cost so much. Now, you're probably asking, why did I take that gamble? Why did I risk getting them at that price? Box, earbuds, international version, US version. Box art, the exact same as the box art for the US version. Everything's the same. They are official. Like I said, that's the US version, that's the international version. So, these worked just fine. They connected to my phone via Bluetooth just fine. I was able to listen to music just fine. They worked just fine. But I think due to them being the international version, I wasn't able to connect the Galaxy Buds to the Galaxy Wearable app, which lets you basically change all of the different commands and features that the earbuds are capable of, like turning the volume up and down by holding your finger onto the earbuds, or holding on with your finger to the earbuds to accept or cancel a phone call. Things like that you can only change in the Galaxy Wearable app, but I wasn't able to access the Galaxy Wearable app at all with these earbuds. Like I said, I think due to me having an international version instead of the US version. So, I went on the official Samsung website and bought the US version, and I was not about to pay $170 for a pair of wireless earbuds. So I got them for $110 when they originally cost $170. I'm going to trade in these ones right here. And also I used some of my Samsung credit that I already had built up, around $17 of Samsung credit. So that credit, plus the trade-in, plus them already being on sale for $140, they cost $170 at full retail price, but I got them for $110. I'm content with paying that price. Like, usually this is my first pair of wireless earbuds. The reason it's taken me this long to get a pair of wireless buds is because I refused for the longest time until my dongle USB Type-C headset adapter started conking out on me. So, yeah, pretty much forced to get these wireless buds. No more headphone jack. You're having to use dongles. It's a pain in the butt when they conk out really quick. So yeah, but I was not about to pay $170 for a pair of wireless buds. No wireless buds cost that much in my opinion. $60, $70 at the most. But after using these for a few weeks and actually beginning to really enjoy them, I was content with paying $110 for these. So, with that story out of the way, you now know the how and the why I ended up getting wireless buds, and then how and why I ended up getting the US version of them. Now we can do the unboxing. So, simple, very simple, but nice box art, Buds Live. And for comparison, US version, official version. Now, there is already a clone of the Galaxy Buds Live available on the market right now. But I've seen the clones. I've seen how the box art for the clones look. These are not the clones. Exact same font, exact same design for the actual buds themselves. Oh, that's different though. There's a lot more text for the US version and there's a few different symbols. There's a few different symbols here too. So this is for the international version. We'll put those down. And let's get into this. So obviously, from seeing the box art, just the box art alone, obviously I know how they look, and I've worn them before. I've seen them before, obviously, in person, so like, I'm not gonna, act like I haven't seen them in person, but I now am finally having the US pair in person. Very, very nice finish. Let's see if there's any differences. Hold up. I think there actually is a difference with the US. I need to see this for myself for a minute. There is a slight difference, okay? You have to, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but if you look at the fonts where it says sound by AKG, there is a very, very slight difference. Like, you wouldn't notice it if you just glanced at it. But again, these are official. These are official. It's just they're the international version. Let's see. That's interesting. On the back of the US version, you have to put it up against the light a certain way to be able to actually read the text. But other than that, you can't really see it compared to the international version where it's white. So, minor differences. And here we have the charging cable. Put that with the US box. Charging cable and the two different ear tips. Now these are the ones that ended up being more comfortable for my ears. I know, ashy hands. You could already tell. I know, ashy hands. Those ear tips were the ones that ended up being more comfortable for my ears, actually. A lot more comfortable than the ones that come already placed on them. The ones that come already placed on them, they were really giving me earaches. So I'm just gonna clean up a bit. Put that there. Come on. Put that back on. Get that out of the way. That there. Okay, here's the reveal, even though, like I said, I've already seen them. Nice. Very, very nice. Red is 100% my favorite color, so I was freaking hyped to see that they had them in red when I was looking for my first pair of wireless buds. And there's the Buds Plus, and the Buds Live. The reason I went with the Buds Live is not because they're the newest version. Well, I mean, that is one of the reasons. But the main reason is one of the first things I want to talk about with the Buds Live is the ergonomic fit. Now, for me, when it comes to earbuds, I do not like the earbuds that completely like close in your ear hole. The ones that pretty much feels like you have a it feels like you have a swab of paper. I don't know. It feels like you have something cluttered, literally plugged into your ear. It feels like you have earplugs in. I don't like how those feel, and they always either ache really bad as soon as I put them in, or either they keep falling out of my ear because I don't have them in far enough, but then if I have them in too far, it feels annoying and it aches. So I went with these because they're more similar to the type of earbuds that I prefer, the ones that you put it in your ear and instead of it being shoved into your ear hole, it kind of just lays flat in your ear. So that's why I went with the Galaxy Buds Live. And just going to go ahead and switch out the ear tips. So there is a voice assistant. I wonder if the voice assistant is going to sound the same for the US version of the Buds Live as it does for the international version, or if it's going to sound different. Okay, after a few minutes of fiddling around, I got the wingtips on, and now here's a look at the US version of the Galaxy Buds. They look pretty much identical to the international version, but the real test, I'll go ahead and take one out and see if there's any real differences. You were probably able to hear the voices. Oh, wow. Okay, there is a bit of a difference. These one, you can't tell on camera, but hold on, let me look at these myself actually. You can't tell on camera really. These have a bit of a brighter red finish. Like this looks like more glossy and shiny. This is more of a subtle shiny. This is like more really glossy and shiny. This is just a subtle shiny. So that's a difference. There's also a difference in, I mean, I have been using these for a few weeks, so there's a bit of earwax in them, but there's a difference in the actual mics too. The mics look a bit better on the US version than on the international version of the Buds, for sure. And then this little circle piece right here, I forget what that is. That's not a mic. It's a bit more black than this one is on the international version. So definitely some minor differences. The front mic on here is a bit more professional and better looking than the mic on the international version. In the international version of the Buds, they blink blue and red. Like every time I open the case for them, they blink blue and red, and they have this. I meant to do that, and I know which one I dropped. That I know that this is the international version because of the random blue and red glowing. So there's, voice commands with the Galaxy Buds. I'm wondering how it's going to sound with the US version of the Buds compared to the international version of the Buds. Because I've always thought that the voice commands for the international version of the Buds, the little voice that speaks to you, it was a bit like fuzzy and sounded a bit like off. So I wonder if it's going to be clearer and more professional sounding for the US version of the buds, but I'm going to get my Note 20 Ultra out, brand new, just recently bought it. Gonna get that out, pair the buds to them, and we're gonna see if the buds will instantly connect to the phone, and it should show how much battery life the buds themselves and the case has, and if it will instantly connect the buds to the Galaxy Wearable app. We're about to see that now. So there'll be a quick skip ahead. I'll have my Note 20 Ultra set up. Let's do that now. Okay, I have my Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra out. I got the US version of the Galaxy Buds. So what should happen is I'll hit Bluetooth, and I'm going to close the case, open it back up. There they are. This did not happen. This right here did not happen when I was trying to connect the, hold on. That right there did not happen when I was trying to connect the international version of the buds to my Note 10, which is the previous phone I had that I just traded in for the Note 20 Ultra. This did not happen. This is what I needed, and this is what did not happen. See, it already instantly connected to the Galaxy Wearable app. Congrats on your new Galaxy Buds Live. Boom. 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 Whatever. Boom. Yup, I already know how to wear them. I really like how they feel. Yup, got it. And they're connected. They are connected. Galaxy Buds Live, Mystic Red. Both buds are around 90% charged. The case is about halfway charged. That's why I wasn't able to connect to the Galaxy Wearable app. So at first, when I had the international buds, I thought the reason they didn't connect to the Galaxy Wearable app was maybe because a recent update to the app maybe caused some bugs, and so it was just causing issues with different Galaxy devices connecting to the Galaxy Wearable app. But my theory was right, that the reason these buds were not connecting to the app was due to them being the international version of the buds and not the US version of the buds. Whenever I would connect these to my Note 10 via Bluetooth, it would just say Galaxy Buds Live connected, but it didn't do any of the animations at all. And this is the first time that I've been able to use my Galaxy Buds Live with the Galaxy Wearable app. So I'm very happy that I went ahead and got the US version on Samsung's official store. Got them for $70 cheaper. I'm very happy about that. And I'll be trading these in. So the fits for the Galaxy Buds Live, for me personally, are easily the best feeling pair of earphones that I have ever worn. And so I have these right here, just an example of the type of earbuds that I don't like with this specific design that kind of close all the way in your ears. I do not like the feeling of those. The Buds Live feel a lot more like these type right here, the kind that you put them in. It doesn't feel like it shoves in your ear. You just like place them in your ear and they kind of just sit there on your ear. That's how the Buds Live feel. These are already comfortable as it is. Like, these were previously the most comfortable pair of earbuds I had ever worn. The Galaxy Buds Live are like these, but times 5 in terms of how good and comfortable they feel. Pretty much, you put them in, you have to work with it a little bit. That's why I had to do at least for a few days or about a week. I had to work with it to get that right, comfortable fit. And sometimes, even still, they'll hurt a little bit from time to time because you have to work with it a little bit. But once you get the right fit, it literally doesn't even feel like anything is in your ear at all. Like, you can hear the music or hear the video or whatever it is that you're watching or listening to. You can hear it, but it literally doesn't feel like anything is in your ear at all. But I haven't put these in my ear yet, so I am going to go ahead and do that for the first time on video. They're literally shaped the exact same, so I personally don't think there's going to be any difference in how they feel compared to the international version. Like, they're shaped literally the exact same, but I am going to go ahead and see if there's any difference. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. There is a huge freaking difference, and I do not know how, because they're shaped the exact same. These were already comfortable, but these, you had to work with them a little bit to get them to fit in right. And even still, sometimes they would hurt a little bit if you didn't have them in exactly the right way. The US version, I held them, put them in my ears. I didn't have to adjust them at all, not one bit. I literally just placed them in my ear. They just worked their way into the groove of my ear canal. They're just sitting there. They feel so comfortable. They're not hurting, not one bit. They are the perfect size for my ears. The wingtips that I put on are the perfect size for my ears. They feel perfect. It's literally like they're not even in my ears. And that's already how these ones have felt. But the US versions, top tier, perfect, no pain, feel perfect in the ear, fit so comfortably, literally feels as if they're not even in there. There's no pain, how there would be sometimes with these ones. So, a difference? Yeah, there is. I don't know how there is, but there is. So the US version of the Bud, and there's practically no way, with the way these fit in your ear, there's practically no way possible you should get earwax in the mics of these. So what I'm going to do, put those back in there. I'm going to turn off Bluetooth because I want to open these, but I don't want them to also connect to my phone. And I'm going to hold each of them again just to... They look the exact same shape, but these ones, like I said, these ones you have to work them into your ear. Pretty much every single time you put them in, you have to work them in to get them to be... You could even hear the little... That's another difference. With the US version, there is no voice. With these versions, when you hold them for a certain amount of time to pair them to the phone, it either says power on or power off. And then when you connect them to the phone, it says connected. And it's this female voice that it sounds a bit off. It definitely doesn't sound premium. It definitely doesn't sound what a $170 earpiece voice would sound like. These ones, there is no voice. When you put them in your ear, there's just like I don't know how to describe the noise, but it's like just a little noise that lets you know that you've put them in your ears. The noise sounds premium, sounds worth the price that these cost. So I'm going to put both of them in my ear. These ones are just going to instantly fit in. These ones, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to work in there. Yup. The US version, instantly in there. The international version, I'm still having to... I got the right fit for them now, but I had to work with them for a little bit. They both look this... Okay, I think these ones are a bit bigger, actually. I think the international version of the buds are a bit bigger. And by bigger, I mean longer. They are a bit longer, if you could tell, if you look at the bottom of each of the buds. The international versions are a bit longer. And like I said, the mics on the US version look more official, look more high quality. And this one has the international version, like I said, is more of a shiny, is more of a glossy, shiny finish. These ones is less glossy and just more of a shiny finish. A more bright red with these, a more darker cherry red with the international version. And these ones, there's no red or blue LED lights that light up in this part right here. But with the international version, there's a red and blue light that just randomly goes off every time you open up the buds. So there, like I said, there is a difference in the fit. These, you hold them, put them in your ear, they seamlessly fit perfectly in your ear without you having to adjust them at all. At least me personally. They don't hurt, not one single bit. You can hear the music, you can hear whatever you're listening to, but it literally doesn't feel like there's anything in your ear. Like, it literally feels like there's just music sitting in your ear. It doesn't feel like there's anything in your ear, though. It's crazy just how comfortable they are. I'm so happy I got the US version. Literally the most comfortable pair of earbuds I have ever worn. So the app, I've already kind of tinkered around a little bit and changed the touch controls to left earbud, turn the volume down, right earbud, turn the volume up. So tap once to play or pause track, double tap to play the next track or answer and call, triple tap to play the previous track, touch and hold for, I changed that to, like I said, left volume down, right volume up. Then the equalizer, this is what I was so excited to finally use now that I can use the Galaxy Wearable app to change how the earbuds actually sound. If there's a difference in how the US version feels in the ear compared to the international version, I'm quite sure there's going to be a difference in sound. And I'm going to do a very brief test of that in this video. And then later in the video, about a week after I've used these US version of the buds, I'll do a more in-depth review of how they sound, how they feel, all of that. Active noise canceling, that will also be in the later portion of my review after I've had about a week to test it. Advanced features, I probably won't be using the Bixby voice wake up really. Probably won't be using the read notifications aloud. I don't really need them to be read aloud in my ear. I can see them on the phone. I do game on my phone from time to time, so minimize audio delay for vivid synchronized gaming sound. I'll turn that on. I'll turn that on as well. Turn both of those on. find my earbuds. So they'll start beeping if you lose them. Oh, okay. So basically, they can't be in the case. They're only going to beep if... There we go. Alright, that's cool. So if you lose them, then you can just walk around wherever you feel you last had them, and hopefully you'll hear the chirp and be able to find your buds. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these in my ear. Again, they both just seamlessly got placed in my ear. Got the sound on dynamic, exactly what I wanted it on. And go to Spotify. First we'll test some rock first and change the different equalizer sounds just to see how it sounds. Okay. Dynamic is definitely what I'm going to have it on pretty much all the time. I definitely feel like dynamic it brings out the bass, brings out the voices. I'm going to test the touch controls, so my hands are not on the screen at all and not on the phone. So whatever happens to the track being played or paused, or the volume going up or down, or the track being skipped to the next song or the previous song, that's going to happen from me touching my buds, not from my hands. Okay. Touch controls work. Alright, let's pause the track. Alright, let's skip to the next one. Alright, let's skip back. Alright, well, let's skip back. So basically with the triple tap, it actually doesn't play the previous track, but it basically just restarts the song. So that's what that does. Yeah, I'm just going to mess around with this a little bit. Yeah, dynamic is basically a mix of all the different equalizer features. At least that's what it sounds like to me. Dynamic definitely, in my opinion, gives you the best listening experience. So dynamic is going to be the way to go for me personally. Alright, let's test some pop. Let's test those touch controls again. Alright. Man, this sounds so good. These sound so good. And one thing I've actually noticed is, at least for me personally, using one finger to use the touch controls was not doing it. Like, it's a very specific spot that you have to place your finger on. So one finger just wasn't doing it for me. I had to keep pressing with my one finger to find the spot. So what I tried doing was using two fingers like that. Basically, I used two fingers like that, press on the bud once with 2 fingers, and it instantly works every time for each touch control that I want to do. Pausing the song, playing the song, turning the volume up or down, skipping to the next track, playing the track over again. That's my recommendation for anyone with the Galaxy Buds Live. Do not try and use the touch controls with 1 finger. Use 2 fingers and it will work every single time, literally. All right. Let's do some rap. Some real rap, no, though, not none of that mumble rap BS. Okay. Oh yeah. It literally sounds like I'm in a recording room or something. That's how great the sound is. Oh my god. These wow. I'm blown away with how good these sound. Definitely sound a lot better than the international version of the Buds. I know you guys can't hear any of the music, so I'm probably gonna have some type of non-copyright music playing in the background for you guys. Man, NF sounds so good with these earbuds. Let's see how Logic sounds with these. The bass from the different beats going on, Logic's voice, it all sounds so bumpy and crisp and just freaking epic with these earbuds. Alright, I know you guys can't hear any of this, so for you it's not as entertaining as it is for me, so I'm not going to keep this going too long. Sorry guys, I'm just having so much fun playing with this. This is awesome. Touch controls work every single time, like I said, with 2 fingers, not 1. 2. You have to do it with 2 for it to work every single time. Alright, that's enough of that. Sorry, I just kind of got carried away because of how good they were sounding. The feel of these buds, the feel and fit, absolutely top tier. Literally best feeling earbuds I've ever worn. It literally just sounds like there's music sitting in your ear, but it doesn't feel like there's actually anything in your ear. That's the best way I could describe how the Galaxy Buds Live feel in your ears. Hours of playtime, that's probably going to differ from the international version, so I'll have to wait until later in my review. That I'll have to wait until I've made a few phone calls to people. That I'm going to have to wait until I've been out in the real world. How they sound, obviously, I'll have to mess around with the different equalizers a bit more throughout my week of testing them. But as of now, literally the best sounding pair of earbuds I've ever worn, and they definitely sound a lot better than the international version. So how these earbuds feel and fit in the ear and how they sound, I've let you know all that already in this part of the video. All the other features, I'm going to have to give myself a week to really break in these earbuds and test them to their fullest to use all of those other features. Then I'll cut ahead in the video to let you guys know my thoughts and opinions and what I think of all of those different features. But so far, I'm absolutely loving the Galaxy Buds Live. In my opinion, they are an excellent set of earbuds. And yeah, I'll be back in a week, but for you guys, it'll just be in a few seconds. Okay, I've been using the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live for exactly a month now. 1 month in, definitely 100% the best earbuds I have ever used. Now, are there other earbuds out there that are better than the Galaxy Buds Live? Well, definitely. I'm just saying, for me personally, the Galaxy Buds Live are the best pair of earbuds I have ever used. Now, I've already went over how they feel, but after now using the legit official Galaxy Buds Live for a solid month now, compared to the international version that I had, using the official ones for a month now, they're the best feeling earbuds I have ever used. Like I said earlier in the video, it takes a few tries to find the right way to get them in your ear, and everyone has different sized ears. Everyone's different canal is shaped just a bit differently. But for me, I guess I have the perfect ear size for these earbuds because these earbuds fit in my ears completely perfect. They don't feel too tight or big in my ears, and they don't feel too small or loose in my ears. When I put them in my ears, they fit just perfectly. And like I said, you don't want to shove these in your ears because that's going to affect how they sound. It can make the sound a bit too muffly. So you don't want to shove these in your ear to have a secure fit. You literally just want to drop them, or you literally just want to place them in your ear. Like literally just sit them in your ear. Don't force them in. Just gently sit them in your ear and let them rest there. Once they're in the correct way, it literally doesn't even, like I said earlier in the video, it doesn't even feel like I have anything in my ears. And when music is playing, I guess it's because of the way these earbuds are designed. I don't know, but when music is playing, it almost doesn't even feel like music is entering my ears. It literally feels like the music is in my head. Like, you know when when you have a thought, which everyone has thoughts pretty much throughout their entire day. You know when you have thoughts in your head? That's how it is with the Galaxy Buds Live, except instead of thoughts in your head, it's like the music, instead of it going in your ear, it's like it's in your head, which is this amazing feeling that I don't even know how to describe perfectly in words, but I think I described it pretty well enough, saying that instead of thoughts in your head, it's like the music is just in your head. It's this amazing, sensational feeling. I use earbuds daily, and I use them for especially long hours on days when I'm just sitting in my recording room, working, editing videos the entire day. I have these in my ears the entire day. It doesn't feel at all like I have anything in my ears at any point. I don't feel any pain at any point when I take them out. After having them in for 5 to 6 hours at a time, I don't feel any pain at all. That's how comfortable these earbuds are. If you are wearing them correctly, if you have the right size ear for them, you should not feel any pain at all when you're wearing these earbuds. And speaking about right size ears, I guess that would be one con of the Buds Live. I'm not sure if it's one size fits all. I just know that for me they fit perfect. But I remember when I first got them, me and my girlfriend, we placed them in her ears and they would not fit at all. I changed the wingtip, they still would not fit at all. Her ear canal is just way, way too small for them. So I don't know if it's just we couldn't get them to fit in right, or her ear canal is simply just too small and the Buds Live wouldn't fit. So For me, it's not a con because, like I said, they fit my ears perfectly. But if you are a person with small ears, then you might want to take that warning before getting the buds live because I'm not entirely sure if they are a one size fits all. But like I said, if you have the right size ear canal, if you put them in your ear right, they're going to feel absolutely amazing. If anything, like I said, you don't really feel them in your ears, but if you do feel them at any point, it feels like it's just like a ball of cotton or something in your ear. That's how light they feel in your ear. So the ergonomic fit for the Galaxy Buds, I give it a freaking solid A plus plus. Best feeling earbuds I've ever had in my ears. Now the hours of playtime, it says 6 to 21 hours, and yeah, that's about right. So you get, usually when I use them, and like I said, I use these daily for hours upon hours every day, especially when I'm working on videos the entire day. I get around 5 to 6 hours. Say around I get 5.5 hours before I decide to charge them. I usually charge them when they get to about 9%. Say it's a day where I'm literally using them the entire day for like a solid 5 to 6 hours straight for their solid battery life from 100% to like 10%. When they get to like 10%, that's when I charge them. From 100% to 10%, I usually get about a good solid 5 to 5.5 hours with these. And for me and my personal needs, the way that I use them, that's fine for me because the charging is ridiculously fast. 5 minutes of charge gets you 30 minutes of playtime. 10 minutes of charge gets you an hour of playtime. And they still charge ridiculously fast from like 10% to 100%. So even if you've run them both down to say like 10% and you want to charge them and you're like, man, this is going to take a while. I'm not going to be able to listen to music for a while. Like I said, they charge ridiculously fast, and 10 minutes of charge gets you at least an hour of playtime. So the charging isn't really a big deal at all for me because they charge ridiculously fast. And basically, if you use only one earbud at a time, you can literally use these the entire day, an entire 12 or 24 hours without having to take both of them out of your ears at any point. For example, a lot of the times I will only use one earbud at a time instead of two. Reason being, if say like I'm out with my girlfriend and obviously I'm going to be talking to her, so I'll only have one earbud in instead of two. So say you go the entire like 5.5 hours with just one earbud in, and you get it from 100% to like 10%. You put that one in the case, you take the other one out, you put that other one in your ear for another 5 to 6 hours while the other one that you just finished using is in the case charging, and then you repeat that cycle. So, yes, you can use these earbuds throughout an entire 12 or an entire 24 hours without at any point having to have both of them out of your ears to let both of them charge. And as far as how many charges you'll get, I'd say you get at least 3 to 4 charges max. That's more around 3 charges. It says on the back of the box, 21 hours of playtime. That doesn't mean like I was just describing. If you're using both of them, you're only going to get like 5 to 6 hours. Then you put them in the case, charge them, you get another 5 to 6 hours. You put them in the case again, charge them, you get another 5 to 6 hours. That's what that 21 hours means, is that throughout the multiple charges, you can get up to 21 hours of playtime, which is about close to a correct estimate. But like I said, based on my experience of using them, you get around 3 to 4 charges. So when I get to about 15 or 10%, with using both of the buds. I drop them in the case. They charge up ridiculously fast. Then once they're from 10% to 100%, is used about 30% of the case's battery. So then you use them again, get them to 100 to 10% again, put them in the case again. So then the case goes from about 70% to about 40%. Then you do the same thing, goes from 40%, the case goes from 40% charged to 10% charged. So you get about 3 to 4 charges with the case. So, like I said, that 6 to 21 hours of playtime is about correct. Yes, when using both of them at the same time for their entire duration of battery life, you get about 5.5 hours to 6 hours of playtime. Then throughout the multiple charges, from the case being at 100% charged to say like 10% charged, you get about 3 to 4 charges with the earbuds in the case. So I would say instead of 21 total hours, I'd say is more about between 15 and maybe 18 hours of total playtime, which for me personally, the way that I use these, that's not bad for me. I do use earbuds a lot, but it doesn't bother me when, like I said, they charge ridiculously fast when they're in the case. Now that I've talked about the playtime, I want to talk about the next thing on the back of the box, which is the triple mics for the clear call quality. And yes, call quality on the Galaxy Buds Live is amazing. The mic quality, amazing. Now, the best in the world? No, like I said, it isn't like these are the best earbuds on the market right now, but personally for me, they're my favorite. But yes, the Galaxy Buds Live do have really good mic quality and really good audio quality when you're on a call with someone. I've been on multiple calls with multiple people using these. I'm able to hear them really, really well. And when they're listening to me, they're able to hear me really, really well. I asked the multiple people that I've been on calls with using these, and they said they were able to hear my voice almost crystal clear. Of course, not completely crystal clear because it is wireless earbuds, so it's not going to be crystal clear, but they were able to hear me really, really well. And the last thing mentioned on the box, the active noise cancellation. Now, I love Samsung. I absolutely love Samsung. I am loyal to them. Most of my products that I have, phone, earbuds, laptop, they're all Samsung. But I have to point out negatives as well. Like, I am loyal to them, but I'm not a Samsung sheep. I'm not going to act like there isn't anything wrong at all with any of their products. So the active noise cancellation is not the best. That's how I'm going to put it. It's not the best, and that's mainly because these are open-ended earbuds. These aren't the type with the rubber tip that you shove in your ear and it literally feels like it's plugged in your ear. I can't stand those type of earbuds, but those type of earbuds provide better active noise cancellation than buds that are like the Galaxy Buds Live that don't have that silicone rubber tip that aren't shoved in your ears. Those are the type of earbuds I prefer though, and that's why I'm okay with the active noise cancellation on the Galaxy Buds Live not being as well as, say, like I said, with earbuds that have a silicone rubber tip that you literally plug into your ear. Because at the end of the day, when I'm looking for earbuds, when I'm using earbuds, other than sound, obviously, the main thing that I want in a pair of earbuds is for them to be comfortable. I much prefer comfort over active noise cancellation. These are literally the first pair of earbuds I've ever even used that have had any active noise cancellation feature in them. So I've gone my entire life so far without active noise cancellation. I think I'll be okay without it, even though I do have it with the Galaxy Buds Live. So let me actually describe how the active noise cancellation is for the Galaxy Buds Live. Like I said, it's not the best. So say like you're at you're at a place that has a lot of really loud sounds and commotion going on. Say like, I guess, I don't know, I've been to the mall multiple times with these and tested them with both of them in my ear just to test out the active noise cancellation. No, it's not going to completely drown out the music that's playing in the mall. It's not going to completely drown out all the noise and commotion going on from the different stores, but it is going to dampen it. That's the best way I can describe how the active noise cancellation works for the Galaxy Buds Live. It doesn't completely tune out noises. It just dampens them to a degree. So when I'll be in the mall and I'll turn on the active noise cancellation, it'll dampen the music a little bit. It'll dampen all of the commotion a little bit, but it won't completely drown it out. I've also been in other places with smaller noises and smaller commotion going on, and it's in those places where the active noise cancellation on the Galaxy Buds Live excel a bit more. As an example, I'll say you're in a break room at your job and there's small little noises going on from the air vents or from the snack and drink machines, people talking, those smaller little noises, smaller little commotions, and you turn on the active noise cancellation, it dampens those sounds a good bit. It dampens down those noises from the snack and drink machines, from the ventilation from the air vents, doors opening and closing. It dampens those noises to a pretty good degree. Again, it doesn't completely drown them out, but it dampens them to a good degree. So, as far as the active noise cancellation goes, no, it's not the best on the Galaxy Buds Live, but I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to be completely active noise cancellation. And even in one of the advertisements Samsung had for the Galaxy Buds Live, in one of their YouTube advertisement videos and for the description of the active noise cancellation on the Samsung website, it pretty much to summarize those things, they describe the active noise cancellation as is supposed to drown out, smaller, minimal sounds, but still allow voices in and important noises like, police sirens, ambulance sirens. Is supposed to still let in voices and those other important noises so that you can still hear those things. So no, the active noise cancellation on the Buds Live isn't perfect, but again, they're open-ended earbuds. They're not going to be really, really good active noise cancellation. And like I said, they still do work to a degree when you're in places with lower noises and lower commotions. When you turn the active noise cancellation on in those type of places, it does dampen out the noise and commotion to a degree. And like I said, other than sound, at the end of the day, the number one thing I want in a pair of earbuds is for them to be comfortable, and I would much prefer to have a pair of earbuds like the Galaxy Buds Live that are much more comfortable but don't have as good active noise cancellation versus a pair of earbuds that have the silicone rubber tips that you plug in your ears, which aren't comfortable, but they do have really good active noise cancellation. I'd much prefer the Galaxy Buds Live, which are much more comfortable. I prefer comfort over active noise cancellation. Okay, so now that I've went over all the main features shown on the back of the box for these buds and how they've apply it to me personally, the way that I personally use these earbuds day to day, I want to talk about a few other things that aren't on the back of the box that also apply to how I use these earbuds personally day to day. So the first thing is cleaning them. Like I said earlier in the video, when you're using these buds, if you're wearing them correctly, you should virtually get pretty much no earwax in the buds. I'd say like 5% of the time you're using them, you'll have just a little bit of earwax in them. But let's see if I could get the focus good. There we go. I've just cleaned them actually before doing this video. You can see a little bit of, not much, but just a little bit of earwax. And I've been using these for a month. No earwax stuck in here really. Not any that's noticeable at least. And I want to talk about how to go about cleaning them, because that was a main concern that I had about these. And I don't remember if I mentioned it earlier in the video from a month ago when I had the international pair of the buds, but those buds, I'd actually damaged them while I was trying to clean them one day. So I've been very, very careful with the official US version that I have. So I just have a small wipe like this, and how I clean them is, if I can get it to focus, there we go. So what I'll do is I'll either get one of the edges right here with the, pointy triangles, or either just one of the soft edges right here, and what I'll do is just gently go like that, getting out any earwax. I'll do it along all the sides, in the middle. I'll do it for this mic as well, and I do it for this one as well. And then for the red coating, I just simply wipe like that to clean it. But that's the way that I go about getting earwax out of this part, and this part right here, and this part as well. I just simply get a small wipe, and I simply just do that. And as you could tell, I've been using these for a month. Pretty much no earwax in there. But like I said, you shouldn't really get much earwax in the buds live regardless, because of just the way that they're shaped and the way that they go into your ear. If you're putting them in correctly, you should barely get any earwax in them. But like I said, if you are a Buds Live user and you've been concerned about how to go about cleaning them, that's at least what I do. So you can try that. It's helped me. Neither of the buds are damaged at all from me doing that. So that is one good way that I would suggest going about cleaning them. Another thing I wanted to talk about is also the different equalizer modes in the Galaxy Wearable app. There are 6 different modes that can slightly change how the music sounds for you. There's normal, which it's pretty much self-explanatory. It just sounds how the Galaxy Buds Live would normally sound. There's bass boost, which is also pretty self-explanatory. It boosts the bass of the Buds Live. There's clear, and clear, what it does, it lowers the bass and raises the voice. So say you're listening to a song with some pretty heavy bass, it will lower the bass a bit so that you can hear the voice a bit more. It'll make the voice a bit more clear. Then there's treble boost. The best way to explain treble boost, so imagine, you're listening to a song with a good bit of bass and singing voice, obviously. Treble boost basically, like, it slices everything in half. That's literally like the best way I can explain it. It slices the bass in half. It slices the singing voice in half. It slices everything in half. That's literally like the best way I can explain it. Then I can't. There's dynamic, but I want to save that for last. There's one more. I'm not able to remember what it is right now, but there is one more. But my personal favorite mode to have it on is dynamic, and that's the mode I would suggest keeping it on, because when you have it on dynamic, you're going to get the best range and the best mix of the different modes. Basically, dynamic is a mix of the bass boost mode and of the clear mode. And what I mean by that is you're going to get, with dynamic on, you're going to get the heavy bass of the bass boost mode, but you're also going to be able to hear the voices really clearly, like when you have it set to clear mode. So when you have it set on dynamic, you're going to get the best variety. You're going to get the best mix of the different modes, and just a really good mix, really good bass, really clear voice. That's what I want, at least when I'm listening to music. So that's why my preferred go-to mode is dynamic. The read notifications aloud feature is something that I want to talk about as well, and it's something that is actually been pretty useful for me. These are wireless earbuds, meaning that you don't always have to take your phone with you if, say, you're in the living room, but you need to go to the bathroom, or you want to go to the kitchen to fix a snack or a drink or whatever. You could just leave your phone in the living room, or you can just have it in your pocket, and it'll read the message to you. It'll read the message aloud to you. So it's useful because say it reads the message to you and it's something urgent, you need to pull your phone out right away and respond to it. Or it reads it to you and it's something not urgent, and you're like, all right, whatever, I could wait to respond to that. So I really like that, having your text messages being able to be read aloud to you without having to turn on your phone, or without even having to be right next to your phone. And I know that AirPods and other earbuds have that feature as well, but I'm just saying that that's something new for me because this is my first pair of wireless earbuds. So I really like that feature also being on the Galaxy Buds Live. And not just for text messages, but say, you get a call, it'll tell you who's calling you if you don't have your phone turned on, or if you're not near your phone. And then since there's touch controls on the Buds Live, you can decide to answer or accept to answer or decline the call again without having to have your phone turned on, or without even having to be right next to your phone. And the read notifications aloud is not just for text messages. You can set it for pretty much any app on your phone, which again is helpful, being able to have it read aloud to you. Say you have it turned on for Amazon. Say a package is on its way to your house. You don't have to have your phone turned on. You don't have to be right next to your phone. You could have it in the living room. You could be in the kitchen doing something, and it'll read the notification aloud to you that, from Amazon, your package is on its way is out for delivery, or your package has just been delivered. So that way it's on its way out for delivery, or it's already been delivered, and you didn't even have to turn on your phone to know that. So the read notifications aloud feature, it is definitely a pretty neat feature that I really like on the Buds Live. The Hi Bixby feature is also cool. I personally don't really use Bixby, but it is cool that it's there. So you can just say Hi Bixby, the Buds Live will turn Bixby on, and then you can just speak whatever function or command that you want. So that's cool. There's also a Labs feature that helps for when you're playing mobile games on your phone, which I do a bit of mobile gaming, mainly like Mario Kart Tour, Modern Combat 5. Personally, when I used both of the lab features, I didn't really notice that much of a difference. One of the features is to make your ears feel less compressed when, hearing certain different sounds in different games, like the revving of an engine or the firing of a weapon. Is supposed to like make it feel less compressed in your ear. The other mode is to minimize audio delay. So like all the audio, say you're shooting a weapon and you hear the sound of the weapon, is all synchronized together instead of you shooting the weapon and then like another 2 to 3 seconds later you hear the sound of that weapon being fired. Personally, when using the two different game modes to help with gaming, I didn't really notice much of a difference, but it is cool that those features are there. The one thing I did notice with the Galaxy Buds Live and gaming is that when I had the Dolby Atmos turned on, the sound, it sounded ridiculously amazing. Everything sounds crystal clear. I'll give an example. I was playing on a certain map on Modern Combat 5, a shooting game, and I was inside a building. There was I guess like a air vent going off. There were water droplets falling on the ground. Everything sounded crystal clear, almost like as if I was there. That's how good it sounded. And just the sound in general with the Galaxy Buds Live, it's the bass on the Buds Live is really, again, really, really, really good. The voices are really clear. These are just some really, really good sounding earbuds, and I can't say enough how good they sound. Are they the best sounding in the world? No, like I said, I know that there are some that sound better, but for me, these are definitely the best sounding earbuds that I've used so far in my life, and they sound really good. There's two more things I want to talk about, and then I'm going to wrap up this video. One of those things is, so I've dropped these earbuds quite a few times, like the single earbud itself, not with them in the case. I've dropped the single earbud itself a few times on hardwood floor and a few times on hard tile floor. And as you can see with both of them, they're completely fine. Like not a single coating of the whatever this red plastic coating is. Not a single bit of it is scratched or has come off. And I've dropped these multiple times, a few times on hardwood floor and on hard tile floor. And if that would focus, and they're still fine. So I just thought I'd mention that, how well whatever this red coating is, how well is held up. And the last thing I want to talk about is something I didn't think I would have to talk about, but in the 1 month that I've been using these earbuds, I've already lost them. And I don't mean like just in my house where I could easily find them. No, I've legit lost these earbuds. It's only happened once, but I do want to talk about it just so that I could talk about the Find My Earbuds feature in the Galaxy Wearable app, and so I could talk about the tracking that's on these earbuds using the SmartThings app. So I was about, I'd say, 25 minutes away from my home. I was in a plaza at a Hobby Lobby, and me and my girlfriend, being us, we found these like styrofoam swords, and we were screwing around, having a styrofoam sword fight, and I didn't even notice it at all. But one of my Galaxy Buds had came out of the case, and you're probably like, how'd that happen when you had them in your pocket? Well, the thing is, I have a case for the Buds Live, and I definitely recommend this case, by the way, Valkit. So I had them in the case, and I had this clipped onto my pants. So it opened like that, and the right bud fell out. I literally didn't even notice it at all. I didn't hear anything hit the floor. It was only until when we got home a few hours later when I opened them again, because I hadn't really been using them that day, because we were hanging out with some friends. So I opened them a few hours later when we got home and was like, oh frick, one of my buds is missing, and I've only had these for like a month, and they're the most expensive pair of earbuds I've ever had. One reason why I say that wired buds are superior to wireless buds, because they're not as easy to lose. And then if you do lose them, they're nowhere near as expensive, so it's like, alright, I'll just buy another pair. Versus with these wired buds, these wireless buds, when I found out I had lost one of them, I was like, I'm not just going to instantly buy another pair of these $170 earbuds, even though I got them for $110. Still, that's a little over $100 for a pair of earbuds. They're expensive. I'm not just going to go out and buy another pair. So we went to Hobby Lobby later that night to try and look for them outside where I thought I may have dropped them. We had no luck, so we went back home. Then I looked to see if there was any kind of tracking on them other than the Find My Earbuds feature in the Galaxy Wearable app, because that's not really a tracker. When you turn on the Find My Earbuds, it just starts making the earbuds make a beeping sound, and if they're close by, then you'll be able to hear it and find out where your bud is. But obviously that's not going to work if the bud is lost and like you literally have no idea where you lost it at. So I was like, is there any way you can actually track down the exact place where your Galaxy Buds Live are? And after doing a little bit of research on the internet, I found out that in the Smart Things app, there's something called Smart Things Find. And you're basically able to find any Samsung device you have that is linked to the Smart Things app. So my phone, my Galaxy Buds Live, my Galaxy Notebook 9 laptop, all those are linked to it. Since the Buds Live were linked to it, I was able to locate the exact location where my right earbud was, and that's how I was able to find out that it was in the plaza at the Hobby Lobby, about 20 or so minutes away from where I live. So the next day we went to the Hobby Lobby. I had the Smart Things tracker on. We were inside the store looking around. Also had the Galaxy Wearable app open, and it said that the right bud was disconnected, but I knew that once we got close enough to it, it should say connected again and show how much battery life it has. So once we got close enough to it, the right bud became connected again to the Galaxy Wearable app, and it only had 9% battery left. And mind you, it had 100% battery when it fell out. The next day, almost 24 hours later, it only had 9% left. So if it had completely died, then I don't think it would have connected at all to the app. But the good thing is, the entire 20 or so hours that I didn't have the bud with me, when we found it, it was sitting in the exact same spot where it had fell. No one picked it up at all, which surprises me. No one stepped on it. No one picked it up and took it. It literally just sat there exactly where I had dropped it for almost an entire day, and thank God it did. When the right bud had connected back to the Galaxy Wearable app and showed that it had 9% battery life, then I turned on the Find My Earbuds feature so that it would start beeping so that I could hear it and find exactly where it is. And when we turned the corner on one of the aisles, it was sitting there exactly in that same aisle where we were screwing around with the styrofoam swords. I didn't think me talking about losing my earbuds would be part of this review, and I'm not saying I'm glad it happened, because I definitely would have preferred for that not to happen. I definitely hope it doesn't happen again, but for the sake of the review, I guess in a way it is good that it, well, not good, but I guess it is interesting that it did happen, just so that I could talk about how I actually had to put the Find My Earbuds feature to use, and how I actually lost a pair of wireless earbuds, and how I used the, SmartThings Find to be able to track down exactly where my earbuds were and to find them. And the tracker itself, it worked pretty good. It wouldn't update literally every second. It would update like every few hours or so, saying where the earbuds were, and it kept saying it was at the same place, so that's where we went the next day. Okay, that pretty much wraps up my full, complete unboxing and review for the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live. Just how they apply to me in my personal life, how I personally use these buds day to day. I wanted to talk more about that versus talking only about the specs of the buds, because you hear that in almost every review video. So I wanted to talk about what personal use I get out of the Buds Live. They fit amazing. Again, most comfortable earbuds I've ever worn. They sound amazing, have amazing bass, amazing voice clarity. I'm able to get through an entire day using these without having to worry about battery life. Like I said, half the time I'll only be using one bud anyway, so then when that one is close to dying, I'll just put it in the case, put the other one in my ear. And even if I am using both of them, and both of them are at about 10%, pop them in the case for not even like 30 minutes, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour max of having them in the case will get you from 10% to 100%. So they charge ridiculously fast. They have really good mic quality and audio quality when talking on the phone with people. And the active noise canceling, like I said, it isn't nowhere near the best, but it does make a bit of a difference when you're in places with smaller, more minimal noises, more minimal commotions going on. When you turn on the active noise cancellation, it does dampen those lower noises and lower commotions just a little bit. So overall, yes, I would definitely recommend these, especially if you're a person who does not like the silicone in-ear design that feels like it's plugged in your ear, and you like the more open-ended design, which is a lot more comfortable, in my opinion. Like I said multiple times, at the end of the day, one of the main thing other than sound that I want in a pair of earbuds is for them to be comfortable. I much prefer them to be comfortable over having active noise cancellation. And as I'm doing this video, the new Buds Pro are out. And are they better than the Buds Live? Statistically, yes, they are, because they have all the features that the Buds Live do have, but then they also have the 360 audio and the feature where when you're having a conversation with someone, when you're speaking, it'll automatically turn your music down. Those two features the Buds Live do not have. So statistically, yes, the Buds Pro are better than the Buds Live, but personally, I do not need the Buds Pro. I don't feel I need them, and I wouldn't want them because they have the silicone in-ear design. I don't really need 360 audio when the Buds Live already sound freaking amazing and already sounds like the music is literally inside my head versus just going inside my ear. And I could go without having my music being lowered when I'm having conversations. I've gone without it this long. That's a very, very minimal new feature in my opinion. It doesn't make that huge of an impact. So those two features are features that I can live without. and I feel I'll be much more happy with my Buds Live. I definitely do not see myself upgrading from the Buds Live to any more Galaxy Buds until they make like a Galaxy Buds Live Pro or something, like until they make their next iteration of the Galaxy Buds Live, if they make a next iteration, which I hope they do, because like I said, I'm most likely not going to upgrade on earbuds until they make a new iteration of the Buds Live, just because I love their ergonomic open-ended design and how they just fit so seamlessly in my ear. Let me know if you have the Buds Live, and if you do, how are you liking them? Let me know if you don't have them, and if this review has determined if they are something you would want to buy or not. Let me know all of your thoughts of the Buds Live down below in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the video down below in the comment section. Links for all of my social media will be down below in the description box. Mad smash the like button. Share this video with anyone who you feel would enjoy. If you are new around here and you like what you see, tap the subscribe button to join the Mad Alliance on our journey to 100,000 subscribers, and ding dong the notification bell to be notified of when I upload a new video. It's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. I hope you all have a marvelous day. Mad out. And that's the video. Mad. Strong. Together.